Salam alaikum. Salat to all my princesses. How y'all doing? Salat to all my people in the faith. I am King Henry, Hebrew Child of Light. And I just wanted to come to y'all and talk about the spelling of spells and the curse of cursive. And it's just something I felt like I need to go over because it's just something that we need to know. And ever since we've been young, all we've been taught is what the white man has wanted us to know, and that's the curse of cursive and the spelling of spells. And we go to school. What are they really teaching us when we go to these schools? What is the real meaning behind the spelling? And that's what we need to get to and understand, and what we need to break down, because the problem with it is we're not following the Most High. We're not writing how we're supposed to write in our Hebrew. We're not doing what we're supposed to do far as teaching our children the right education, which is from Israel and from our own native tongue and language. So we have to get back to our own heritage and stop abiding with these heathens. So it says the spelling of spells. The teachers themselves have been brainwashed into teaching little kids the witchcraft. The symbol of the Board of Education is the tree of knowledge. So right there at the bat, I had to stop. Boom. The symbol of the Board of Education is the tree of knowledge. So that's right there at the bat, letting you know where they're coming from with this serpent seed that they are trying to push upon us. Even the letter B, it equals 13. Why is that? So we have to understand that these letters and that we're writing equals numbers, and that there's all sorts of trickery behind what we're writing down, and the illusion that they're trying to give off to the entities that they're giving it to, and which is the devil. So it says the symbol of the Board of Education is a tree. The tree of knowledge. The public school system was made by the Masons. They look at the devil as God. They say Yahweh is unfair and unjust. That's why the devil is so big in Hollywood. In the music entertainment. The B represents the 13 in the evil magic. They put on it. They use B as in a real B, because they operate with a hive mind. They operate with a hive mind, are builders and are deadly. This is the mindset of the Masons. They operate under the royal order of a queen. So they use the B because they are B-minded. That's the mentality of the Masons. They are hive-minded, and they operate with a hive mind. They are builders and they are deadly. So this is their mindset. The steal, kill, and destroy. They're builders, they're deadly, and they all operate under the Queen Elizabeth. This is where it all started from. This is the Illuminati, the other half, the heathens. This is what they have going on. And these are the people that are teaching your children every day when they go to school, and y'all thinking that they're in school because they're going to learn and this and that. Yeah, they learning all right. They're learning how to be devils. And it says the B represents the 13, the B represents the 13, the evil magic they put on it. They use B as in a real B because they operate with a hive mind, are builders and are deadly. This is the mindset of the Masons. They operate under royal order, under a queen. The secret society under Elizabeth, or shall we say Elizabeth. They are the house of lizards. So this is who they operate under, and this is what they got going on. They operate under all these Illuminatis. They operate under Queen Elizabeth, or should we say Elizabeth, because this is the house of lizards, and this is what they got going on. Boy Scouts are junior Masons. Secret Life of Bees, the star Lily, short for Lilith, which people my age can remember as Queen Latifah, all going back to the B, just showing how deep it is and why we use the term spelling. The movie Secret Life of Bees was the movie Jennifer Hudson was promoting right before her family got killed because before her family got killed because she in a secret society. Bees symbolize witches and warlocks within the secret society because they operate with a hive mind unified mindset. Spelling itself is the science of putting together symbols to make the words, not to put together symbols to make words. It's not called wording, although the science of creating words, we use the letters to make the words, but we don't call it lettering. Letters are nothing but ancient symbols, but we don't call it symboling either. Connecting the symbols, making a fluid illusion, we call it cursive. So you see what they're saying? Even though we using these letters to write stuff, we don't call it lettering. We using it, and then it's symbols, which the letters are nothing but ancient symbols. So what are these ancient symbols? Where are they from? They're not Hebrew symbols. They're not from Africa. They're not from northern Israel. They're not from the Most High and the Messiah himself. They're not from the prophets of David, and they're not from the Tanakh in the Holy Land. So what are these ancient symbols? And we don't call it symboling. Why don't we call it symbolizing? And it's when we put them together, it makes a fluid illusion of what they're trying to portray to these evil entities that they're trying to portray it to. And they call that cursive. So why do they want to call it spelling and cursive? Why are those two words so big in this English language, which goes back to these Europeans and this late Latin and all of this Vatican and this evil Babylon lineage that they have going, that they're pushing upon us African American, or us Hebrew Israelites, should I say, here in America, that are being oppressed by this sick European government. So it says connecting the symbols, making a fluid illusion, we call it cursive. So this is what's going on, man. We got to understand we in the time of Jacob's trouble. If we don't wake up and teach our children right and stir them up in the way of remembrance, and stir up our own souls in the way of remembrance, and I use our third eye, which is nothing but our spirit and our conscience, to the Most High and our direct path with the Most High, and pray to the East every day in forgiveness and repentance, then we are doomed, because we already had a segment on your third eye is your conscience. And we have to keep this clear. We have to block out the evil entities of this world, which is blocking out the other halves, which was focusing on the Most High. So we know that if we don't do these things, then we're going to be filled of evil. And if we are filled of evil, then we're not going to worry about the kingdom. We're not going to worry about saving our children. We're not going to worry about what they're doing in school and this and that. We're just going to send them. We give them this technology. We give them everything that the white man's giving us, which is poison. So it's like they're saying, okay, here goes some poison. And we're saying, okay, here you go, kids. Here goes some poison. So I'm not saying your kids can't go to school or this or that. I'm just saying be more cautious on what they're doing. Pay attention, study, watch them, go over the homework with them. If you don't understand it, get someone who does. I mean, it's important to us as a culture. And I'm not speaking to my people who are woke. Once again, I'm Salah Halal. I'm speaking to the 2/3 that aren't woke, that don't understand what's going on, that we're fighting a spiritual battle. So that's what's going on, man. And the spelling of spells and this curse is cursive. The curse of cursive. This is what's going on. They're cursing. We are cursing ourselves through just everyday life of living the heathen's life, basically. So through us living their lives, we are cursing ourselves, because this is all made up. This white Jesus is made up. Their religion is made up. Everything that they're doing is made up, and they push it on us and force us to live it, instead of us getting back to our roots and understanding who we are, where we're from, and understanding that the Most High himself is watching. And he's coming back soon for his children, his chosen, his elect, his sealed, his 144,000. And he's coming back for the 12 tribes of Judah. He's coming back for the seed of Jacob. And we are study out here with this blasphemy and these heathens, and we are in denial, and we don't want to come to the truth. We know that black people are the most hard-headed race. We all know that. So we got to wake up, man, and get right. Pop was trying to warn us. Dr. King was trying to warn us. All of them came with the warning in their own way. Did most of them know about the Hebrew Israelites and the Most High? We don't know. But I'm sure that they did, and I'm sure that if they would have had the chance to come with the knowledge that I'm bringing you, that they would have been all for it. So this is what we got to get to the Tanakh, the real true Hebrew Israelites, understand who we are and wake up. The time is now. Judah is rising. It said the spelling of spells, the curse of cursive. It said, notice how calligraphy look. It looks like pictures. It is beautiful, especially if you have a good handwriting. It can almost be hypnotic to look at. A whole page, it can almost be hypnotic to look at a whole page. It gives you the spell more, it gives the spell more power. So even calligraphy, if you look at it in the handwriting and how people do it and the art of it is so beautiful that if you look at it, it can almost be hypnotic, like an illusion actually. And it gives the power, it gives the spell more power. So we have to be careful of these things and be aware of the entities that come behind everything that we do. People are watching, the Most High is watching, and your children are watching. And what are we letting our children do is what we need to be watching. So, we have to be careful. I understand we all grew up in the educational system, and the white man judicial educational system. We all grew up in this Babylon. Okay, but at the end of the day, you got to cut your light switch on and wake up. So that's what's going on. So even calligraphy and cursive and English handwriting, all of these things are evil entities, man, because they're pumping evil entities into the air, and they're bringing out the things that these white men want to come out. And it's nothing that has to do with the Most High, nothing that has to do with our people, man. So that's what's going on. It can almost be hypnotic to look at a whole page. It gives the spell more power. This is all based off Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, from a far end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. Most of us are from different lands and must learn one language to survive, and that's called English, which comes from the word Anglo, a white English speaking American. John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. But they use the Greek word, which is logos, which is also symbols, which equals a word. Logos, symbols, and words, they all connect. So it's basically just saying that the Greeks, they use these symbols to make words. So basically the Greeks and these logos and symbols and these words, it all comes from the Greek, and it all comes from the word Anglo, a white English speaking American. So this is what was going on back then. And this is what we got to understand where we even getting this stuff from. And if you don't believe me, just go look it up for yourself. Like I said, I'm just here to spread knowledge to my people. The word Jesus is fake. We got to stop saying that. We understand that came from a Latin term, from the Latin word, which means earth pig. So who are we praying to? What is an earth pig? The word God only means power. So the word God isn't like, okay, it's the God that you're thinking of. What is the God you're thinking of? Do you know that he's a black man? Do y'all know he's from Africa? We done went over this. So is basically the word God is a root word to the real word, which is Yahweh. Or I am that I am. That is the Father. So these are the things we have to understand, that is a root word to the word, the link word, basically a link word. So is real. This is our heritage, our culture. We got to understand it. This is who we are as a people, and get back to the Tanakh, man. Get back to our holy ways, the Passover. Stop celebrating these pagan holidays and all this fake man-made buffoonery that's going on over here in America, man. Because their day is done. Their hour is sure to come, and their time is over, man. So this is what's going on. Verbs are the same way. Word and verbs are the same way. Letters letter for letter for you is only a double V. So the letter for is only a double V. All your vowels are interchangeable because they primarily the signs with different interflections. Overstand, knowledge, and wisdom. Overstand is better than understand. It means to stand over and seeing something clearer and get a better view. Knowledge means to know the ledge. So knowledge means to know the ledge. Overstand is better than understand because you're standing over. You're getting a clear view. You are over what is going on. So these are the type of words that they like to use. And they use these words every day to give themselves power. And we don't use these words to give ourselves power because we don't know the power that comes behind the word that we're even writing down. So knowledge is to know the ledge. So that means to know the edge of something, the ledge of something, to know, to have acknowledgement and know it. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of things where we have to wake up and realize. Knowledge means to know the ledge. To be a good builder, you must know the ledge. So to be a good builder, you must know the ledge of something, right? So that's what knowledge means, to be a good. And what did we say the Masons are? They're good builders. They're deadly, and they operate under a queen, and they're hive-minded. We already went over this. So these are the things that they're putting into perspective for themselves. And making in this English language that they can write paragraphs and give themselves power in these books in this English language that they read every day, and they understand these words and can interpret it and put it into their everyday lives to give themselves power, man. But they're getting evil power. So just how they do that every day and read all these books, they're written by this author, that author, this author, that author, how to meditate, this and that, and they're reading how to open your third eye, you know, all these crazy science fiction books and all this wacko stuff that these white people are making. They are giving themselves power because they know how to unlock the meaning and the message from that book through the words, from word by word. You know, because they know the meaning from each word. This is their language. This is their word and their doctrine. So just the way they do that, we have to open the Bible. We have to go to the old King James. We have to go to the Apocrypha. We have to go to just our Hebrew culture and get back to who we are and do the same thing to open up your power, to open up your channel with the Most High, to get your blessing, to receive your blessing, to come out of tribulation so you and your family can strive forward, so you and your family can do better and prosper. So it's the same thing. So knowledge, to be a good builder, you must know the ledge. Wisdom means, that's what knowledge is. Basically, to be a good builder, you must know the ledge. So wisdom means to have a wise dome. If you add 2 E's, of course, if you added 2 E's, of course. So to wisdom means to have a wise dome. If you add the E's on it, you know what I'm saying? If you add the E on it, so it's always a twist to everything that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for black kids to learn English and math. This ain't our true language. Hebrews write from right to left. This made up caveman language, these devils making us learn. But see, that's what I'm saying. These devils got us writing from left to right. But like I said before, the Hebrew, we originally write from right to left. So it's a difference, and we got to understand that. You know, so this is what's going on. The spelling of spells, the cursive, pharmacy, farm, pharmacia, farm, P-H-A-R-M. They took the P and put an F. You know what I'm saying? Pharmacia. Pharmacia is Latin. Is Latin from fallen angels. It's Latin, and it's from the late fallen angels. We use to go to the farm and get our medicine. Now we go to the pharmacy. They took the F out and added the PH. Put the F back where it needs to be, and you got farm. That is the original term. The nickname for pharmacia is Big Pharma. They even got a nickname for it, for these Walgreens, Eckers, and all that. It's Big Pharma. The pharmacia, this is all black magic, man, and witchcraft, that they're making these pills and chemicals to even kill you further when you think you're going there to get healed. They're not healing you. They're killing you, and it might heal you in one place, but it's going to kill you and catch up with you in the long run in another. This stuff that they're making is not of the Most High, and is man-made. So these are the type of things we have to realize. Back in the day, we had herbs and spices and just man-made medicines that came from natural vegetables and from the garden, and natural herbs and leaves from trees that we used to use. But now we have all this man-made stuff from these pharmacies and these big pharma and these Walgreens and Eckers and anywhere you could turn, and this is what's going on. These white labs and they're in there in these coats and these white coats and stuff, and they in there making all this crap, man, to give you and kill you further. The nickname is Big Pharma. These are demon names. These are demon names. They come from the fallen angels. They're responsible for a lot of drugs. One called Xanax, aka Z-bars. It's spelled with 2 X's and does not have a Z in it. Only sounds like it's spelled the way forward. Only sounds like it. It's spelled the same way forwards and backwards. So we know about the Xanax. Lord, here we go. So y'all know about the Z-bars. Everybody, oh, let's turn up. But what is it really? And why is it spelled the same way forward and backwards? These are demon names that came from the fallen angels that they whisper into the ears of the white man to make in this world, and that they just distribute out to everyone. These people don't understand why they do half the stuff they do. They just get it from these fallen angels, man. So it's a lot going on that we don't even understand, and we have to be spiritually prepared every day by praying to the Most High, repenting and praying that he puts a shield and a hedge and a spiritual protection over us and sealed our heads away from these evil entities that are happening and occurring every day. So it's spelled the same way forward and backwards and does not have a Z, only sounds like it. So that's what's going on. A demon name that is, and it's a demon name. That is a demon possession. It makes you act like you're under a spell. So we know that once you get on them, how you act. You're going to sleep, people going in your pockets, or chicks getting raped, whatever you name it is happening. This is what's going on. That flocker, what is that? People acting like demons, running and crawling up walls, eating people's face, you name it, jumping through car windows and traffic 100 miles an hour, killing themselves. That's the devil is taking their soul instantly as soon as they die, and hell is just getting bigger and bigger. These people ain't waking up and realizing the only thing you need in this world, man, when you going through it, is the Most High. Turn to him. He's better than any drug. He's better than any sex. He's better than anything in this world, man. He will save you. And he will heal your soul and make you a king, make you a queen, make you righteous. So this is all you need. Not none of this garbage that these people have been inflicting on us for years. And this is what's going on, man. We gotta get out these schools, because they are doing nothing but tearing us down, and they're doing nothing but filling our heads with garbage, just like the letter 4. What is up with the 4? It's 4. You gotta 4 years you go to college, 4 years you're in school, 4 years the president gets to serve the term 4 years. Jay-Z album 444. What does that equal? 4. It's the devil. That's all it is. 12, 4, 12, 13. These are the devil's numbers. We got to understand 666. All this is the devil. So you got 4 corners on the graduation cap. Like, this is all you've been brainwashed so long in your life. You graduate into the next step of evil. Basically, man, and Illuminati is over the top, and they're waiting for you at the end to welcome you into their society and to welcome you to the gates of hell, basically. And your soul will be sold, and that will be that. So yeah, you might live good, you might have mortgage and 4 figures paid and all this and that, cars, but at the end, is it worth your soul, man? Narco means this is all about the spelling of spells and the cursive. Narco means to spell. Narco means to sleep, just like Xanax tries to possess you. So that's all narco is. It's another one, so we can go on to, I'm not promoting none of this stuff. I'm just trying to keep people aware of this stuff, and keep my black people and our 12 tribes, period. The Indians, Latinos, y'all know who y'all are. And keep all our people away and awake. So it says narco means to sleep, just like Xanax tries to possess you. So it's the same thing. God is dog spelled backwards. G-O-D. Devil, live, evil. Evil, live. Why are these things spelled backwards? Why are these five letter forward backwards that mean the same thing? These are all 5 letters that's forward and backwards that mean the same thing. He wants us to speak existence so the devil gets his power, man. So this is what's going on. It says live in evil. Backwards is live. Daniel Webster is the key to how we spell things. They were father and son, lawyers, founding and forefathers, founding fathers. So Daniel and Webster are the key to where we get this English language from. And they were founding fathers. They were founding fathers. There's a book called The Devil's Verse Daniel Webster, called The Devil Verse Daniel Webster, where he battles the devil with words and wins. So he even has a book supposedly where he battles the devil with his words and wins. So basically he's telling you the power of his words right there. But is his power really from God? That's what we're trying to show y'all. That and it's not, because they're not talking about Yahweh. They're not talking about I am that I am. They're not talking about the black God. They're talking about this fake Jesus that was made in the 1400s by the Pope and the Vatican, and we know that it was his son and he was gay, and these Renaissance artists, Michelangelo and whoever, painted the picture, man. So we know that none of that stuff is real and has nothing to do with us. We were in slavery around that time. So this is what's going on. So they says there is a book called The Devil Verse Daniel Webster, where he battles the devil with words and wins. Look at your dictionary, which really should be called definitionary, because it's trying to get you to say the word in a certain way. That's how they put the magic in it. Inspiration, inspire. Spire is the root word for spirit. Often comes from a person, musician, writer, painter, by the way of spirit. They used to call it a muse. That's where you get music. So these are the things we have to realize, man, that each word has a certain entity behind it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, inspire is the root word, and that comes from spirit. So see what I'm saying? Inspiration. You got spirit in there. That's the inspiration. You're inspiring your spirit. Your spirit is inspiring you to do great things. We got to use this type of stuff to our advantage. So you can say, thanks for the inspiration, or, you're using it in a good way because you're saying thanks for that spirit that's inspiring you. When you start off a book, or when you're writing, or these are the type of things that they do, and they give themselves the power from that word. They use it in the right way. Basically what I'm trying to say. So, this is what's going on, man. The spelling of spells, the cursive, we got to understand it. And this is what's going on. Person is Latin. It just means sounds. Just how people say you have a good vibration, or someone say you have a bad vibe. When a dog bark at, it can hear bad vibrations of people. So when the dog bark at you, it can hear the bad vibrations of people. Or when somebody say, man, you got a good vibe, or you got a good spirit, man, or something, that's the heavenly tone of our body, man. That's why when the angels praise and rejoice, that's why the muse come in. It's all musical. We are all built up of energy and sound and music in our inner core, man, of our spirit and our spiritual being, from our mental to our inside. So we have to wake up and understand that this flesh is just fleshly, but it's more deeper when you're with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on. And back to the words, bland, blend, blind, blonde, blonde, all the same thing. Bland, not much taste. Blend, lacking in originality. Blind, lacking in sight. Blonde, lacking in color. Blonde, B-L-U-N-D, lacking intact, all lacking. You know what I'm saying? So it's all the same thing. So this is how, and they can take those words and twist it to use against you. You know what I'm saying? So they could say, well, you know, he was kind of bland and writing something, and you wouldn't know what that meant. But they're basically saying you're lacking in originality. You know, so these are the things that they do and use against us daily and with their selves to give their selves higher power and their inner core. So this is what all I really wanted to say is understand that these words that